What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today, y'all, I have a challenge on my hands. As you guys can see, my client here is growing out an undercut. Okay, this is not breakage. She decided to grow it back, and when she showed up, I thought that we were gonna be doing some distressed faux locks, but I talked her into getting tribals just because, for one, I thought it would be easier and just less tension on that area, and I just knew like it was really gonna be a challenge. So today I left this clip here in regular speed so that y'all can see my grip game is brazy. I know y'all about to go crazy in these comments. You rated her thoughts. Sis better not think too hard. She better not sneeze, whatever y'all like to say. I promise you guys, I have never damaged anyone's hair from braiding it. So she has about an inch of hair. I am definitely gonna grip it, and as tight as it may look, guys, I promise you that it is not that tight. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting nice, clean, and precise parts, because when the hair is shorter, it is harder to do that. But you guys can see I'm really using the product to stretch her hair as much as I can, and I did leave this in regular speed so that you guys can see me gripping it. The key to gripping really short hair is just really keeping everything close to the scalp and at the base, and that really just helps me to make sure that it latches on to their natural hair, and also to make sure that you're not pulling and it's not too tight, and also making sure that you are tucking your client's natural hair in. You guys can kind of see it sticking up right there at the top, and you see how I just applied that product and really made sure that I tucked it underneath. That will prevent those little hairs from poking out. Y'all, I honestly think I found a new favorite braiding hair. I used the Rastafri pre-stretch hair the past couple times I've did hair, and I think I actually love it. Like, my braids are so neat with it. It dips well, which you guys will see at the end of this video. I used 2 packs of that hair, which I will make sure I link in the description section. And y'all, look at these babies hanging on for dear life. Look how neat they are. Absolutely love it. I definitely decided to give her regular box braids because, number one, I'm not even gonna lie, I cannot grip these with knotless. Number two, they would definitely slip out, and I wanted to give her a little bit more of a full look in case she does lose a couple in the back. It won't be looking super thin or anything back there, because woo, it's not no guarantees with this hanging on like this. Usually my clients don't lose that many, maybe like 1 or 2 in the back, and it just really depends on what they're doing. If someone does have a really short TWA like this, I do recommend them not pulling it up, just because, number one, the tension, and also like it just, you're more prone to lose them. You know, don't be getting in no fights, don't be getting your hair okay, y'all get it. So bam, what you mean you don't know Pana, period. Look how nice and full these look. Guys, these are literally so bomb. I was feeling myself when I was doing this. There are times when I'm doing hair and I'm really just like hyping myself up, y'all, and these was one of those times, because I was like, yes, Pana, you did the thing. So yes, for the front, we are doing a cool little design or whatever. She showed me a pic for inspo, and I kind of like used a couple of those designs to create what I created, but I wanted to do my own thing because she is one of those clients, number one, that will let me try whatever I want to try, which I don't get often. Most people bring me pictures and they want me to match it to a T, which I don't mind doing, because y'all know I love to do my Slayer nays, but I do like to expand my own creativity, and that is something that I struggle with. So when I have a client who kind of just lets me go off and kind of create and do my own thing, I am really grateful for that. So yeah, I kind of followed the pic and just put my own little twist on it. I did something so popping at the end of this video. I cannot wait for y'all to get to the end and watch this. So parting, yes, I did leave this in regular speed because I have had people tell me that they struggle with parting, and I am going to be doing a full-blown tutorial on this, but I just want to show you guys how long it actually takes me to create a part. Mind you, before I even got to this clip right here, I had kind of pre-parted her hair, right? So I always do like a rough draft of my part. I apply product and then I go in and I redo the part again. It takes me about 1 minute and 30 seconds usually to like perfect my part, like to get one part done. So it's not about rushing or just being like super fast. I think that speed comes with confidence. Like there are things that you can do to help you speed up, like I told you guys before about prepping and stuff like that, but I think that speed comes with your confidence. I have been doing box braids for, I'm pretty sure 20 years now. I'm just confident with that. You know, I know how to move, I know how to part, I know how to approach the style in the timeliest manner. If it's like a new technique, like when it first came to knotless, I wasn't, as quick as I am now, but once I got comfortable, I was quick with it. So I think that instead of focusing on like, how can I do this the fastest, like really slow down and take your time. I noticed like the times when I like have all day to do a hairstyle, like I never take all day, but when I don't have like a client after and I can really focus on the style that I'm doing, it turns out neater. So that's one of the things that I'm working on when I get back into the salon after this quarantine is over, baby, which I hope is soon because baby girl, I know y'all seen my eyelashes in this video. Anyway, that's off topic. That's one thing I'm going to be working on is my scheduling and making sure I just allow myself time to where I don't feel like I'm like time crunching to finish styles, because my styles do turn out so much neater when I have time to focus. And these are things that like my clients won't notice, but me as a stylist looking at my work, I notice. And that's what's most important is like my growth and my self-reflection on my work. So yes, don't focus so much on like getting things finished fast. I feel like a lot of people won't complain if they're sitting for like, a reasonable amount of time and their style turns out nice. But if you just rushing through stuff and you're not focusing on your technique and how you can make your styles look neater, then I feel like it's going to be harder for you to retain clientele. Yes, guys, so we are almost coming up on the finished look. As always, I'm going through my finishing touches on my client, my mousse, my hairspray. All of that will be linked in the description section below. And a lot of people ask what I'm using to dip her hair with. This actually an electric kettle, and it is literally the best invention that was ever made. Someone had told me a long time ago, because y'all, I used to be super old school dipping with the pots, and they were like, you should get a kettle. And I was like, for what? Because like my pot works. But literally this is like the best thing ever to dip hair with. And I never have a problem with my ends turning out straight. And I love the way this hair dips, okay? So are y'all ready for this final reveal, y'all? Because I did something crazy that I've never done before. I had seen it on Pinterest. I said, I gotta try to put these rhinestones on her edges. Do y'all like it or not? Be honest. Be honest with me in the comment section below. If you guys are feeling the rhinestones on the edges, drop a diamond in the comment section and let me know. And I may have to do it for a ponytail or something, because baby, I was feeling it. If y'all follow me on TikTok, I did my TikTok. I asked yay or nay. A couple people said nay, but not enough to make me not do it again. So let me know what y'all think about the rhinestones on the edges. Other than that, guys, this style literally turned out so fire. There are some videos that I literally cannot wait to share, and this is one of those videos. So if you guys tuned in today, thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share my videos during this quarantine. Make sure all your cousins, aunties, sisters, all of that is watching with you guys. Team Pana. And as always, I will catch you guys in my next video. What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?